life.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Brendan Moran here for Green Ovation. We are in beautiful Danville, where in the summertime it gets really hot, and in the wintertime it gets really cold, which of course means high AC, high heating bills. But it doesn't have to be that way. I found a company that can help you cut down on those bills, cut down on your carbon footprint, keep you comfortable. It uses NASA technology, and here's the best part, it's affordable. Innovation happens here every day. Solar power, wind power, and organic power are the key ingredients for a sustainable green community. Green Ovation looks at those companies and people who've decided to turn their passions into a career. I'm here with Garrett Harwood. He is the CEO of Eagle Shield. How you doing, buddy?
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. So would you tell me what Eagle Shield does?
Well, Eagle Shield, we perform high-performance energy audits in homes and businesses, and we have a 15-point energy audit where we use thermal imaging technology. As you can see here, this is the same technology that the military uses to find people behind brick, concrete, in metal buildings. A typical camera, for example, will use 1080 DPI. This uses millions of pixels. This little unit's $9,000 by itself, and it's just one of the tools we use to assess heat loss, heat gain in a building environment. We can find mold, we can find ventilation issues, we can find heat loss issues.
This has something to do with your energy audit,
yes,
which has something to do with the offer that you're going to give viewers in just a few minutes. So get your pen and paper ready, folks, because Green Ovation is committed to working with companies like Eagle Shield that's going to reduce your carbon footprint and save you money. So let's get back to the energy audit, right?
My pleasure.
Use this gun. You walk around with the gun and just kind of point at the walls? Is that, could you show, this is actually the coolest thing. Show this to the camera for me. I want you to hold it.
Well, let's just look at you. Apparently, people could see how hot you are.
Garrett, we barely know each other.
Yeah, and so what this does is it can sense and take off the moisture of your body, all heat signatures, where you're losing heat, gaining heat, the temperature, the variances, all the way from moisture issues, ventilation. Just to show you how sensitive it is, you can look at a wall.
Sure. And
just give you a quick example, I can actually, if you're able to see it, I could show you the stud breaks, and I could show you where insulation is, where insulation's not, and tell you exactly where the studs are.
So it's cooler in the studs.
Correct.
Right.
And so, just give you an example, the sensitivity, I'll point it at the wall. I'll just touch it real quick with my hand. I'll put it back, and right there is my handprint and the heat signature. So it's really high-tech. It's just one of the tools we use to assess a home.
That is really cool. So show me then, a lot of heat probably escapes from the windows. Is that right?
Well, it's one of our 15-point energy audits. We do look at your windows. Actually, 80% of all heat loss and heat gain is ceiling. 11% is walls and windows. 8% is foundation when you're not on slab concrete, and 1% is weather stripping and caulking. But what we'll do in cases of windows is we'll look at it, we'll be able to see the heat signatures, the emissivity ratings, the values, and we just go through it, and then we can tell where there's mold issues, where there's ventilation, there's leaks, how they're doing performance to heat escaping, airflow getting in. That's just one of the things we look at.
You would never be able to tell these things just by walking around somebody's house.
Visually, without a thermal imaging camera? Oh, no, because there's so many different ways heat goes through the spectrum that the eye can't see. This has millions of pixels. It sees what the human eye can't see.
Are you ever surprised when you walk around somebody's house with this gun at how much heat might be coming out or getting in?
Well, I was when I started the company 6 years ago. I'm not surprised anymore. The amount of heat loss and heat gain that goes into a home is amazing. In fact, it's probably a good thing most people aren't aware of it, because the education, once they know, and that's what we do, we educate you. We perform high-performance energy audits. We give you a printout, and you know what's happening in your home. So now you're forearmed.
Okay. How did you start this? How did you get the idea?
Well, All our product mixes are generally technology that was derived from the space industry. I, myself personally, am a wannabe techie NASA fan. I grew up Star Trek. And I saw NASA technology. As you know, one of our flagship products is high-performance reflective insulation, what every spacecraft and spacesuit uses to protect from extreme heat, extreme cold. And so that's just one of the technologies we use when we insulate. You're using basically the same technology NASA uses to protect themselves. So with my space background, what I love, this was just a natural thing for me to move into, doing energy audits and educating people on green, innovative technologies.
So once somebody gets an audit, you walk through, you point the gun at the walls, they realize how much heat they're losing. Then what? What do you do then?
Well, we perform a 15-point energy audit where we look at everything from your heater flues, to your ducts, to your pool pumps, to your windows, to your attic, to your HVAC unit, to your gaskets, to your piping. And once we're done, we make recommendations. Now, we have a host of products that are high performance, from high performance reflective insulation to emergency gas savers, to that protect from earthquakes, to window treatments, to solar attic fans. But the bottom line is we're all about educating you. Once you know, now you could put a plan in place how to literally take care of your home. And we generally start that with high performance reflective insulation designed by NASA,
right,
because 80% of all heat loss and heat gain is ceiling. That's the main thing. In the wintertime, heat rises. That's why cats sleep on the roofs, right?
Right.
And in the summertime, why are you hotter in the late afternoon, early evening when it's cool outside in the summer?
Right.
It's because all day long your insulation just soaks up heat. When it can't take anymore, it radiates it in. You flip a switch, you get miserable. That's why your air conditioner runs, and you pay your money basically to heat or cool the world.
So this insulation kind of looks like tinfoil going in there, right?
Yeah, and we laugh and we say the difference between tinfoil and high-performance reflective insulation is the difference between a Yugo and a Rolls-Royce.
I like that.
Tinfoil is 22% aluminum. The rest is metal that conducts heat. That's why you can slowly wrap a turkey and it will slowly cook.
Right.
Right? Well, if you wrap that turkey with high-performance reflective insulation from NASA, it's going to gobble at you and come back to life. It isn't cooking,
So
no matter what you do.
How is that different than, say, than the pink stuff that everybody has?
Excellent question. There's two types of insulation. There's absorbing insulation, then there's reflecting insulation. Absorbing insulation has been around 100 years. The technology hasn't changed. It's just a sponge. It soaks up heat, but when it can't take any more, it radiates it into the home in the summer and out of the home in the winter. Well, NASA had a far deeper problem. They dealt with real temperature extremes from 250 degrees above zero facing the sun to minus 460 degrees below zero on the cold side. And this is actually at the exact same moment, the same time. It's a 710 degree temperature swing, and high performance reflective insulation allowed that astronaut to be 76 degrees, even though 710 degrees is going on. So that's just one of the products we carry, and our energy audit assesses whether your home qualifies for it or not.
So when people do the audit, how long does that take? What happens there?
Generally speaking, an hour to an hour and a half is what it takes. You got to allot the time for that. But what we do, then we leave you with a printout, and at least you understand your home.
Okay. Well, we've talked a lot about audits, and we've talked a lot about the products that you can offer people. But what I want to talk about now is this offer that we were talking about. Garrett, what are you offering people?
You're smirking because you're the one that grinded me to provide that offer.
Yeah, I'll admit it.
Well, energy audits anywhere generally range from $350 to $1,200, depending upon the size and process of the home. The benefit here is you have negotiated with us. All your viewers get that absolutely free. I'm saying that with emphasis because that's what you demanded. Anybody who calls our toll-free number right now or goes to our website, they will get that $1,200 energy audit for free.
You'll show up with a team and walk around with the gun and tell people what they need to know about heat loss and how it can save them money for free.
For free. Absolutely no obligation to buy. We're an energy company. Yes, we have products that can help you, but the most important thing is that you know. Once you know, then you can make proper decisions in the proper time.
What about the first 200 callers?
Well, again.
Come on, give
for
it
the
to me.
first 200 callers that call right now, we can only do up to 200. You're going to receive a free space-age water heater blanket. That's valued at $250. We're waiving that fee just for scheduling and having an energy audit performed. You're going to get that energy audit for free for calling right now. And we do that energy audit. Normally, they range from $350 to $1,200. We're going to perform that audit for your viewers absolutely free.
Folks, call now. Okay, thank you, Garrett. We will be back. Folks, I want to leave you with a question. Why is it in the summertime, you're in your house, it's late afternoon, it's cooled down outside, but you're still hot? Think about that. I'll be back.
ABC 10, we stand for Roseville.
Fortune School knows that science, technology, engineering, art, and math is fundamental to a well-rounded education. Students learn how to code and design and build their own application prototypes.
Most schools don't get this opportunity.
Fortune School is a tuition-free public charter school focused on closing the African American achievement gap while preparing students for college. To learn more about student enrollment, visit fortuneschool.us/enroll/.
Fortune School, inspiring leaders.
Here's something the insurance company doesn't want you to know. An accident victim without a lawyer usually gets less money, but the person with a lawyer gets more money. In fact, on average, people with a lawyer get over 3 times more. I'm William Berg. We've been helping accident victims get more for over 35 years. Let my firm fight for you.
Get Berg.
Get Bird.
Get Berg. Call 1-800-400-BERG.
Von Hausen is your Mega Mercedes-Benz destination. Be treated like a mega star at any of our 3 convenient locations where you'll have access to our entire inventory of more than 600 cars. We'll even bring the car of your dreams to the dealership that's closest to you. Right now, lease the all-new 2021 GLA 250 for just $379 a month. Hurry into your Mega Mercedes-Benz destination and shop safely. If you can't find it here, you won't find it anywhere. Mercedes-Benz of Sacramento, Rockland, El Dorado Hills, or vonhausen.com.
Next, Ellen won the sights.
Did you bring a fan out with you? I am in menopause. I just catch on fire.
Plus, a surprise for these hero students.
Will Smith, come on out.
Today at 3 on ABC 10.
We have wildfires occurring all over the state right now. In fact, there's ash falling on my head. Remember, the nose knows best. If you smell smoke, you're ingesting it, and it's time to go indoors for your safety and others. ABC 10, we stand for you.
Are you tired of your high energy bill? Is your house just way too hot in the summertime or even too cold in the winter? If so, you've had some of the same challenges as the Tebbets here.
And we did several home improvements, but none of them really seemed to work.
We installed dual pane windows and weather stripping, but it just didn't do the job.
So what has changed?
We invited Eagle Shield to come in and perform an energy audit. They did that, and it was clear that we were losing a lot of heat through the ceiling. The representative, Dee Dee, recommended that we install a thermal barrier, and we had that done.
So how is Eagle Shield working for you now?
It's great. Our house is comfortable year-round, and we are saving on our energy bills.
Homeowners, call now and get a 15-point energy audit valued at $400, absolutely free. Plus, the first 100 callers also get a high-performance water heater blanket. Plus, save 30% on the cost of upgrading your home's insulation, up to $1,500 in federal tax credits. Call Eagle Shield now at 1-800-88-EAGLE or log on to eagleshield.com.
I'm excited to see the impact that this company is making in terms of introducing this technology to the country. I firmly believe it can make a difference in the amount of fuel our nation consumes. I can assure you the Radiant Barrier will work in your home just as it did in our spacecraft, in our spacesuits, and in my own home. Eagle Shield is both a company and a product with which you will be proud to be associated.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Brendan Moran. This is Green Ovation. Now, in the last break, I asked you a question. Why, in the summertime, when you're sitting in your living room, is it hotter in the late afternoons than it is outside? And the answer is your insulation, if you think about it, acts like a sponge, right? And a sponge can only hold so much, and then it starts to leak. Well, in the late afternoons, that sponge, your insulation, is full, and so you're sitting in your living room, and you're getting hotter, and you gotta jack up the AC. Okay, let's talk to Garrett again. He is the CEO of Eagle Shield. Garrett, how you doing?
I'm doing incredible.
Now, this is a science project that I want to talk about in a minute, but first, let's talk about the offer that you're giving people that are watching right now for Eagle Shield. Tell me about it.
Well, energy audits, like we talked about, range from $350 to $1,200 based upon the size of a home. All viewers that call our toll-free number right now, which is 1-800-88-EAGLE, or they go to our website, which is eagleshield.com, we are waiving that fee right now. If you call now, you get that 15-point energy audit using thermal imaging technology.
For free.
For free.
They'll come to your house, they'll check it out with the gun, they'll tell you how much heat you're losing.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you what, I'm getting some heat right now. These are heat lamps.
Yes, 250-watt heat lamps.
Okay, now there's two sides to this. Explain what I'm looking at here.
Well, before you could solve a problem in a home, you have to know what the problem is. And as you alluded to, most people don't realize that 80% of all heat loss and heat gain goes through your ceiling. In the wintertime, heat rises. And then that's why cats sleep on the roofs. And if you go to a snow area, you can always tell who's home. You see the snow melting on the tile outside. You're paying your money to heat the world. Or in the summertime, you're hotter in the late afternoon, early evening because your insulation all day long soaks up with heat. And then once it's full, you have a 2,000 square foot radiated heat source dumping heat into your home. Then you flip a switch, paying your money to PG&E to save money. We joke that PG&E stands for pay gas, then eat.
Right.
And so what this is a simulated heat mechanism that shows what happens in a home. It represents two homes.
Okay.
On one side, you have standard R19 fiberglass insulation. On the other, you have the same, but you have high-performance reflective insulation on this side.
And then on the home without it, is this in degrees here?
Yes.
How hot that is, 180?
Yes, 180 degrees without it.
It's a little too hot for me.
And the room temperature over there, 90 to right there on the left side.
And this is only because of the Eagle Shield insulation that's reflecting the heat.
Yes, and let me explain it, and that's a great point. Your insulation, it's like a sponge. Just like a sponge to water, it soaks up heat all day long, and when you can't take it anymore, it goes through. Regular stuff. It's been around, cellulose fiberglass foam, it's been around 100 years. The technology hasn't changed. Well, we'll talk about NASA. NASA had a huge issue in space. When you face the sun, it's 250 degrees above zero. That's 38 degrees above boiling. Yikes. But at the exact same moment, the exact same time, the shadowy side behind you facing deep space is minus 460 below zero. That's 492 degrees below freezing. So the astronaut and the spacecraft experience a 710-degree temperature swing at one moment at one time. So when NASA looked at how do we insulate in space, irregardless of the fact that it takes $100,000 per pound of material to get it into space, how can you stop 710 degrees? So they created and engineered high-performance reflective insulation, so on the sunny side it reflects the unwanted heat away, and on the winter cold side it reflects the wanted heat back in, so you create a thermos environment. Even though 710 degrees is going on, the astronaut was 76 degrees constant.
So they take this into space?
Yeah, and in fact, the CEO of NASA themselves said without reflective insulation, there is no space program because there's no material that can withstand that much heat and be able to get into space to function, much less putting it, well, you know.
It's thin and you couldn't bring up, you know,
you can't, 100 pounds of that, you
right?
can't do it.
Now,
and so that's what it does.
This is unique to Eagle Shield. This stuff, right?
Yes, it's government code. It's government code in new construction in extremely hot and cold climates to put in reflective insulation. What Eagle Shield offers, though, is a far superior product because ours is AAA fire rated. It has a flame spread of 0 and a smoke spread of 0, and it's non-tearable.
Can't rip it.
Yeah, as you can tell.
Can't rip it. Do my best here.
Every reflective product on the market is good, but it will deteriorate. It'll get a coating on it, and it's terrible. Ours is non-terrible, and it passes the fire codes, and that's huge. That's very important.
What about installing it? How does that work?
Well, installation generally takes about, I'd say 3 to 7, 8 hours per home. That's about the average.
That's nothing.
Yeah, we have a 5-star red carpet install treatment. When we come into your home, we put down visqueen. No tool will touch your floor. We put booties on our feet. We bring in air purifiers. That's what we do best, is the experience of making sure we protect your home as if it's our own.
And before this gets in your home, folks, you need to have an energy audit so you know if you need it and where specifically that you need it.
The first 200 callers that calls our toll-free number, which is 1-800-88-EAGLE. That's 1-800-88-EAGLE, or you can go to our website, eagleshield.com. We're going to give you a free high-performance space-age water heater blanket that you wrap around your water heater that will literally save you up to 20% off your hot water bill. We're going to give that to you for free for calling now.
That sounds like a good deal to me. All right, folks, we are going to take a quick break, but before we do, I got a question for you to think about. Where in your house do you think that you either lose or gain the most heat? Think about it. I'll be back after the break.
Stay informed on wildfire evacuations, smoke safety alerts, and power shutoffs by downloading the ABC 10 app for your smartphone. Plus, to stream ABC 10 News anytime, download the ABC 10 TV app on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. ABC 10, we stand for you.
California Phones offers free specialized phones like cordless phones, big button and volume enhanced phones. Get details on this state program. Call 1-800-330-5100 or visit californiaphones.org.
Join AAA with automatic renewal and add loved ones for 50% off. So you get AAA's battery testing and replacement, and they do too. AAA's flat tire service comes to your rescue, and theirs too. AAA is just a call or click away for you and them. Add loved ones to your AAA membership and let them enjoy all the same benefits for 50% off. Get America's most recommended roadside assistance. AAA, outsmart life.
If you've worked too hard for too long and can't work anymore, you may be getting state disability benefits, but you could be missing out on Social Security disability or workers' compensation. I'm Rob Smolich. Since 1969, our law firm has helped people win workers' compensation and Social Security disability. We're a law firm for hard-working people.
Call Smolich and Smolich, toll-free, 1-800-443-1345.
Meet Ken and Kate Smith. Like most couples, they run on opposite schedules. And like most couples, they're losing sleep over it. They decided to get an adjustable base from the Revive Sleep Center at Living Spaces. And life is already better. Finally, the early bird and the night owl are living in harmony. Thanks to features like Bluetooth technology. Visit the Revive Sleep Center at Living Spaces to get your adjustable base today.
Living Spaces.
ABC 10, we stand for Stockton.
Now California Phones offers free devices and accessories for your mobile phone, like this device to increase volume on your cell phone. Get details on this state program. Call 1-800-330-5100 or visit californiaphones.org.
New tonight, Elk Grove.
Elk Grove police officers around for folks living in the city of Elk Grove.
I'm Carlos Herrera in Elk Grove.
I'm here in Elk Grove.
Here in Elk Grove.
In Elk Grove.
ABC 10, we stand for you. This interview involves commercial content. The products and services featured appear as paid advertising.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Brendan Moran. Earlier I asked a question. Where in your house do you think that you lose the most energy? The answer is the attic. Yeah, the attic, the one place you spend the least amount of time. 80% loses through the attic. It's not fair. But this guy can help me explain. This is Garrett Harwood. He is the CEO of Eagle Shield. Now, Garrett, this is your product. I was under the assumption that insulation was actually meant to insulate, right? But you lose so much through your attic. Can you explain this?
Well, it's really nobody's fault. Insulation's been around 100 years and the technology hasn't changed. It's just a sponge. It just slows down heat. It was never engineered to stop heat. So, and that's why NASA had to find a way under extreme temperatures. We actually have a joke in the energy business that radiant heat travels 93 million miles from the sun at the speed of light, which is 186,282 miles per second. It takes 8 minutes to get here, hits our atmosphere, comes down 250 miles to our roof line that you could walk on, conducts through the roof. That's why your attic's 150 degrees in the summer. And people actually think they're going to stop that with 5 inches of insulation after it traveled 93 million miles. No wonder your drapes fade, your carpetings fade, and people are miserable.
It is the sun, after all, we're talking about. So we throw around the idea of carbon footprint and how, you know, businesses that we feature here on Green Innovation can help reduce your carbon footprint. How can we do that with you?
And that is what we're most proud of. The #1 cause of carbon dioxide is the home heater. The benefit with high-performance reflective insulation is because you're now getting rid of the problem, not slowing down the problem. You actually run your heater and your air conditioner up to 70% less. And again, problem with heater, that's why you get dry skin and sinus issues, is because it actually combusts the oxygen. That's why if you're in front of a heater, you yawn because you're getting less oxygen. So you run your heater and air up to 70% less, it saves you money, it makes you more comfortable, and you don't create carbon dioxide.
Because the heat's just bouncing right back because it reflects.
Yes, in the wintertime, you keep the heat in, that would escape. In the summertime, you keep the unwanted heat out.
Now, the thing I like about Eagle Shield is that not all of the profits go directly in your pocket, right? You do a lot of work with the community. Tell me.
Oh, yes, we do. We actually take 1% of our gross revenue and we actually fund orphanages around the world. And we're also working with Water for Life where we dig wells, and we'll do St. Jude's, and we also do Habitat for Humanity. So it's just our character, it's what we do.
Good. Well, it's going in the right place. Once again, the offer that Garrett is offering.
We're going to perform a 15-point energy audit, certified energy audit, utilizing thermoimaging technology to assess the envelope of a home. So what we will do is come into your home, and we're going to do a 15-point audit. We're going to look at the pool pump. We're going to look at the heater flues. We're going to look at HVAC. We're going to look at your windows. We're going to look at your phantom energy leakage of what's plugged in, and we're going to give you a printout showing you exactly what's happening in your home. This normally runs around $350 to $1,500. It depends upon the size, square footage of the home, but we're going to give that to your viewers just for calling in right now. And if you call our toll-free number, which is 1-800-88-EAGLE, that's 1-800-88-EAGLE, or you go to our website, eagleshield.com, you're going to get that energy audit for free. Absolutely for free. And as an added bonus for the first 200 callers that call right now, this instant, you're going to get a space-age water heater blanket that you put around your water heater that's going to save you up to 20% off your hot water bill, just for calling now.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
See you next time.